Hi guys, welcome back to Beacon Pines. This is going to be episode 4 of my walkthrough. I know in previous videos when I've played back my mic sounds a little bit funny, so I've tried something different, so hopefully that works today. I don't have the best quality mic, so I'm trying to do the best I can with what I've got, but hopefully this sounds a bit better. I will check obviously after the video and look at maybe getting something new if it's really bad quality, so I do apologize for that. Anywho, let's just jump in and get started.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship.
That is very true and something I can attest to.
Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding.
Yeah.
If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them.
Yeah.
Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Okay. Let's go and find Rollo then. Oh. Luca. Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you wouldn't... Oh, a space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. That's really sweet. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Somewhere quiet. Would he mean where the... like there's little hidden spaces? I know. A little hidden space. Like their fort, whatever it's called. We're going to take a minute. We're going to talk to everybody, especially this dodgy asshole right here. Unique New York. I don't know why I did that in a stupid accent. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. Nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Oh, can I not talk to you? I guess I can't. Okay. I don't know who Perennial Harvest think they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart, the weather's still cruddy, and the season's harvest looks like... Whoa, sorry, bumped my mic. And the season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. I don't know what is up with me today. I can't talk properly. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as in... Yep, that. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. That's normally a very bad sign. It's like when you walk into an area in the forest and you don't hear anything like birdsong or anything. That's not good. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Ain't moving. Oh, that's right. In the last one, we turned him We knocked him over and pushed him in all the sludge and he got all weird, but because we then didn't push him in the sludge, obviously. Every single time. Yup. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Haha.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Whee! Come on. There we go. We'll go and check their fort before we go anywhere else. It seems like the most logical place that he'd be hiding. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, they're going to have the first annual biggest catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Good luck. Okay, so he's not here. Nothing else has changed. Okay. We can't go anywhere else around here, can we? No. Okay. Would he be in the forest then, maybe? This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the foul harvest. I had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I must admit, they do put on a nice party. He met his old friend's eye and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! Foreshadowing? This is no time for fractured friendships. It's almost like she's reading this story. Hey, Luca. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Ariel became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Okay. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. I can't help but notice. You still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True. What you got in there? Books. I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. Ah, was she the one that was in the hazmat suit then? I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of an enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Ooh. I've got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. What's down here again? I don't remember. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that this is down here. Luca, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatments, building regulations. That's great. census taking, emergency services. Yeah, run away. Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. So is he in the library then? I gotta touch it every time, sorry. The library was this way. Yeah. Library. Somewhere quiet. Stupid me. Didn't think of that. Hey, Luca.
Cato's eyes lit with excitement.
So cute. I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first? Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't
Cato
he?
straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. On planet Farpal, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a
Cato
tissue.
stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. It's got to be one of the comics then.
Luca grabbed the Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf.
Can you either bring it here or to me, or just grab a different one.
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Oh, it's got to be that one, doesn't it? Oh, you
Cato
found it.
removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed.
He's been defacing books. Oh, no.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. He's been writing on the books. Oh, you don't do that, mate. No. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now, let's see here.
Cato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in grub cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Cato looked up.
That's it. Grift in grub cart. Griffin's grub cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then? Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Let's go. So it's been a few days since I've played, so I don't remember everybody's name, but I want to meet up with our new friend again. She seemed really cool. Hey, Griffin. Did Rollo
Before
come?
Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Brought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or
Luca shrugged,
something.
taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck. It's cold. Oh yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's
Luca
just
tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth.
paper.
He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come
He shook off
on.
the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep near the fountain up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
This is getting to be a whole thing. Oh. Oh, sure that's why she said. It's nice that everybody's in on it and helping. That's pretty cool. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one.
He waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings, your final task a friendship brings. Hey, that wasn't so hard. Ugh, I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. What takes flight but has no wings, your final task. A rocket? Good luck, Luca. Oh, it's balloons. Hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this.
Sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
We're getting quite a few of those things now. Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mum and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know. When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo. Still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friends to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into the Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. I've kind of been wanting to do that for a little bit, so that would be quite good. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? Very. If we get caught, I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? No, go and check the place out. Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 day more. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Whee! Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we'd been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
I was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, it's fine. Well, there's always next
Sadly,
year.
this was untrue.
Ooh.
A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Oh. Something exploded. What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
This is getting really deep for something that seems super sweet. Oh. Okay. What? The big chill.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end.
That can't be the... No, that's not the end.
That can't be the ending.
Exactly.
It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either.
No.
There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay, so we've done all of that, done both of those. We still have one more to pick there. One more to pick there. And there. Ooh. Let's try... Let's go this way. I think this is going to be a bit more interesting. Let's try that one. Well, time. So this is when, first time, we pushed him into the sludge. The second time, we just stared at him really strangely and he ran away. So this time, we're going to tickle him? Okay. Well, time to bust out the tickles. Sure.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, want to see something cool? Yeah. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Looks like she's giving her a back scratch. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yep. Yep. Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Yep.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Yeah. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening
His
us.
eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, you kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh no. No. He covered her in goop. Oh, she's gonna get all mutanty now. Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your
Beck
hair.
shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Oh no. Is it bad? Depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Oh. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a
Roxy
panic?
and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In a
time.
torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Lauren, Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in a dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home, and that's all my fault, and now my best friend may never come back. Whoa. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I
Roxy
promise.
drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. You're a kid. What are you talking about? I can't just sit around. I have to do
Roxy
something.
tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Okay. To the treehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boys' antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. What's with the music? Like, this is getting tense. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
What does he know? There was a something lurking behind those eyes. It was a shame. Okay.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
This tense music says otherwise. It's making me think that we can't trust him. Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? That's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. Gonna pause for a second just to check camera. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go back. Okay, restarting. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his
Told
chest.
you. Why did you have to? tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't keep yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit. What are you doing?
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop.
This story is just getting wild now. I'm here for it. I am enjoying this. This is just weird.
He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. 2 large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Wait. No. This isn't the end.
No, it's not.
I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong.
Don't trust adults, basically, is the gist I'm getting.
Okay, let's try something else.
Okay, so we've done shame, and that's a dead end. Done both of those. So this is in the evening once he's been turned into a weird creature. And we fought, and the thing that we shot didn't really work, so let's try flight. Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. Run. There's a lot of them, you're probably going to get caught, but still.
The only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See you, jerks. Nice. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Snow? Where did snow come from? That was actually pretty badass. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Luca? Luca, are you there?
I'd almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out there in the woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? Never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mum sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Gotta keep moving. Okay, I'm checking everywhere because you can't really tell which way you can or can't go. Okay, so there's no way I can go up here and there is nothing I can do. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. That's the sign. If that's the town sign, then the ice blast has already happened. I'm getting a little bit confused with timelines now. Okay. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? It couldn't be another town this deep into Weekwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. I wish I could... I'll see what I can do. Sorry, my reading is a bit atrocious today. Can we, like, hit it? Kick it? Told ya, Beacon Pines.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around? Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Oh, it's the town, but it's different. This stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrels near the puddle I shoved me into, yeah. Hey, you were being a prick. You kinda deserved it. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim, run.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. Stuff who put up? I don't know.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hankatomic series. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
You're gonna freeze. Let's just rest for a
The
bit.
boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, it's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gun could do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
He motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights? It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored. Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together, laughing and calling the dinky little treehouse mission control.
He now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you. You have
He wiped
Tish.
his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that
He
impression.
cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay down for now. Not in the snow, you're gonna freeze to death. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Find shelter. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aw, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we we did next. Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward.
What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them.
Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of.
He's a doctor. What did he have to do with the center? Like, if they were a fertilizer, unless he figured out that the fertilizer was either making people sick, poisoning them, or something like that, but... Or it's just a big old conspiracy theory and he's found stuff out and that's what he's trying to do, but... This... I don't think this is like time travel or weird stuff, but because you've got branching paths, it is making me question a lot of things.
I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Oh, which one's
A
this?
figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Is that the one that likes
From a
bugs?
deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
So what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend? An observer? A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility? Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait. Do you live here? You might say that. Do you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or
Iggy
another.
turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back
Luca
home.
and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons, but this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. Ah. So they replicated it and moved it further down, or is this again like weird interdimensional stuff? A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. Is this why the guys have been asking people so many questions and jotting it down? They look like little red pandas, the guys that work for the Harvest Place. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
He narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He looked
could.
down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
This really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood.
Chapter 6. The Source.
Okay, alright, we're gonna leave this one here. This is a good place to stop. Yeah, this story is getting really weird, but I love it. I love stuff like this. I think I've said earlier, like, I'm one who can normally pick what's gonna happen. I've read so many stories, I've watched so many films, played a lot of games. It annoys people. I can often say, oh, this person's the villain, or this is gonna happen quite early on. But to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this one, and I actually really like that. It's not your typical story so far. I like the fact you've got all the different branches coming off and you have to keep revisiting it. And you don't have to go through everything again, which I think would be a bit cumbersome, but this is really good so far. I'm really enjoying this. So, as I said last time, like, get it, play it yourself. It's really good. Hopefully you enjoy it, even though you are obviously watching it all. But if you want to keep watching, stick around, and hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos soon. Okay? All right, well, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hopefully see you soon.